Hey Jeremy, welcome to DevOps Talks conference in Sydney. Hope you had a great time on stage. You just got off. How was it?
Oh, it was great. The energy was great. It's great to be here in Australia. First time, and have been trying for years to get here with different conferences and just things falling through. So it was just great to be here for DevOps Talks Sydney this year.
And your first conference back after COVID, is it, or have you been presenting in the US?
I've actually been presenting in the US and throughout Europe since actually August of last year.
Yeah, nice.
But this is it's great to it's great to get in front of a group that is welcoming kind of conferences back and just taking that little energy that they have to really soak in a lot of the content and a lot of the things they're hearing, especially seeing it in person instead of Zoom and not being able to get up and go get a drink while they're hearing it. Kind of keeps them kind of engaged. And it was really good.
Absolutely, it was a great talk that you did today. Now, we did have a last-minute change of title to the agenda of your talk. Where did that come from, Jeremy?
So, more looking at the fact that as we've come through the pandemic, not out of it, but we're still kind of coming through it. And so, looking at what high-performing teams are and how that's really a big focus for us, especially this year at CircleCi, and just kind of helping teams understand that. And so, changed it a little bit to reflect like really high-performing teams is the thing that everybody's trying to get to. And so the data that we have encompasses that, and it just happens to come through the last 2 years of the pandemic. So changed it a little bit and changed the slides. And when you make last minute changes, you always have something that sticks around. So great moment there, but it'll all get fixed in post production.
Absolutely, and it kept the audience on their toes as well, which is what we want, right?
Yeah.
And just last question for you before we wrap up, but you quoted some really interesting statistics from the DORA State of DevOps report. I mean, what was probably the small piece of advice that you give everyone out there in terms of the stats that you read out of it that's going to be able to help the teams?
Yeah. So the stats that I read. So I mentioned the DORA report as something that's been in the industry for a while, and it really influences a lot of the how the industry for DevOps has definitely become, and how teams. The report that I was speaking about was the State of Software Delivery report that we've done, and delved into those data points that are in there that kind of help people kind of see the actual work data, and not a survey. So taking a different approach than what the DORA report does. And uses that to kind of use anonymized data to really see how teams are doing, and be able to compare that with the different reports out there and get a good kind of holistic picture of the industry.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, it was a great talk, and thank you so much for your time, Jeremy.
Thank you.
And thanks from DevOps Talks here in Sydney.